Hey, what's going on, guys? Our third Tempest Trials hero is Clive from FEHeroes. If Clive in Heroes resembles anything like the one from FEHeroes, man, he's gonna suck. Anyways, let's take a look at his default skill set and stats. I'll do some comparisons with some other heroes to help you guys understand them a little bit better. And in the second half of this video, I'll recommend some builds. Clive, leader of the Deliverance, has 45 HP, 33 attack, 25 speed, 32 defense, and 19 resistance. These stats are really similar to Berkut's. Just from the eye test, I think he's actually worse than Berkut. I thought Berkut wasn't totally unusable since he does have 34 attack, which is pretty high for a blue cavalier, and he has Berkut's lance, which is pretty good for skill inheritance. But anyways, the only notable stat that Clive has is his really high HP. He has the highest HP for a cavalier, tying with Eldigan and Stahl. One more than Xander and two more than Berkut, and technically he has the highest HP for a blue cavalier. That might be something to look into if a cavalier version of Infantry Pulse ever comes out. 33 attack is decent, it's only one less than Berkut and one more than Camus. 25 speed is just as bad as Berkut's 22 speed. It doesn't help him double anyone, and it doesn't prevent any doubles from relevant heroes. Only notable hero that can double Berkut but not Clive is Naui. I guess Faye as well. 32 defense is above average and 19 resistance is trash. Just like Berkut, because their speed is so low, their defensive stats aren't as good as they look because they can get doubled by many enemies. So instead of going down the list skill by skill, I'm just going to talk about the whole kit altogether. So he has Silver Lance, Escutcheon, defense +3, and hit and run. His kit is obviously not made for killing. There's a lot of damage reduction skills. I'm pretty sure it would have made more sense if he had drag back instead of hit and run. I don't really see what this kit is trying to accomplish without drag backs besides chipping an enemy and moving back one space. With drag back, he's able to chip and chunk an enemy, then drag them back one space closer to your team, then have an ally finish them off. Escutcheon makes a lot of sense because when he initiates combat versus another melee, chances are Clive is getting doubled on the counter attack. So Clive will attack first, then the enemy will attack twice, causing Escutcheon to activate on the enemy's second hit. And of course you have defense +3 to pad even more damage, reducing either 3 or 6 damage. Aside from Escutcheon, there's better options for each slot for this kind of strategy, so if you're planning on going for this type of drag back strategy, I would not recommend unlocking defense +3 and hit and run. He definitely needs drag back. This segment is usually the should you pull part for the banner reviews. I guess for this video it's the should you promote or use segment, and the answer is no. At least for Arena, I think he's slightly worse than Berkut. I'll say that he's probably better than Berkut for PvE since he does have more speed and enemies usually have really random stats. Abel actually totally outclasses this guy in every stat besides HP. And if we take a look at the free-to-play Blue Lance Cavalier list, I'd put Clive in last place right below Berkut, but it's fairly close between the two. Clive isn't good, but he's a free 5-star unit that everyone can get, so there's no reason to complain. Not everyone has 28 5-star heroes ready to use for Arena Assault, so he's a decent unit to have for that game mode. First build is a budget set. It's the chip and chunk drag back set that I talked about a little bit in the review. Real simple strategy, just use Clive to attack an enemy, drag them back, and have an ranged ally finish off the enemy. Spur Attack 3 is there to increase the ranged ally's damage even more. If your ranged ally has Breath of Life, that'd be great to restore some of Clive's HP. If you have a really strong ranged ally, then Spur Attack isn't needed. You can swap it out for whatever skill your team needs. Same goes with the assist skill. If you want to take this set to the next level, then Armor Blow or Sturdy Blow would be better options to use. It's a player phase build, so having the extra defense on both phases isn't necessary. Next set is a Triangle Adept Lancebreaker build. Without Triangle Adept, Clive struggles with one round KOing red mages, and not only red mages but even some sword heroes. Clive receives huge amounts of damage from hard hitting reds like Ike and Ryoma. He wouldn't even be able to 1v1 Fury Vantage Ryoma because Ryoma's Vantage proc would KO Clive. So with Triangle Adept equipped, Clive receives 0 damage from these red sword heroes, making him an excellent sword killer. Since he is certainly going to get doubled by these sword heroes, Ignis's 4-charge cooldown would be the most ideal special. For example, if Clive baits Ike, Ike will get 2 attacks in while Clive only gets 1. On the following player phase, Clive attacks Ike and finishes him off, which leaves Ignis's special ready to blow up a different target. If he had Bonfire instead, then he would activate and waste it on a half-dead Ike. Lancebreaker is needed to duel popular lance heroes heroes, one of the popular lance heroes you'll see in Arena is Fury Quick Riposte Camus. Clive would need to use 3 turns in order to kill Camus. With Lance Breaker, it will only take him 2 turns. To improve this set, I recommend inheriting Matilda's Rider's Bane. He only loses 1 point in attack, but this will highly improve his matchups. He would be able to 2-round Cecilia, 1-round KO Camus, 1-round Xander, Eldigan, the list goes on and on. Also, just to let you guys know, he can 1-round KO Reinhardt without Rider's Bane, so you don't have to worry about that. C-slot is flexible, there's a lot of safe options to go with, threat and attack, defense, horse symbol buffs, depends on what your team needs. That's going to be it for Clive. I could have recommended a Brave Lance set with Death Blow and Hit and Run, but I asked myself, would I give Clive Brave Lance? Probably not. Berkut would be slightly better with that build, and since these videos have some influence on my audience or you guys, I'm not going to recommend something to you guys that I wouldn't do myself. If you guys have any builds for Clive, feel free to share it with everyone in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.